Hey, welcome to video number 240 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things
B&I and networking.
I am Mark Simmons, and yeah, we're still here because we like the view so much we didn't leave.
We just thought we'd do a whole bunch of videos right here.
We're just hanging in the park. So the last one was on recognition, and this one is, I guess, recognition in a different way. And there has been, on occasion, well, a lot of occasions, if we're being real, complaints, conflicts in chapters. Yeah. And the root of it has been there's a bully in the chapter. There's somebody who's really aggressive with the members. There's somebody who's very vocal, has intimidated members. There's a lot going on. And what we find is we'll hear about it 1 month. We'll hear about the same person 6 months later. We'll hear about it a year later.
2 years later.
2 years later.
We're like,
but it's not up to us. We can't do anything about it. No. You and I can't.
No.
And so it's worth a discussion on what could happen, should happen. What should you do?
Yeah. So here's what's not happening.
Yeah.
We are not holding people accountable for their behavior in the chapter. So good behavior, you do recognition, right? We just talked about that. So if someone's doing something great, you're recognizing for that. But there are also people in your chapter who behave badly. Like they speak poorly about other people, they gossip, maybe they speak harshly, they get emotionally loud in your chapter.
Yeah.
And we're not holding people accountable to our code of ethics.
Right.
Positive and supportive and building goodwill and trust.
Yeah. Or they're also calling others out during a meeting.
Yeah.
In a negative way.
Right? They stand up from the front of the room and call someone out across the room.
Yeah.
That is not okay to do. And just in case you didn't know it, if you see the bad behavior and you're on the membership committee or the leadership team, you need to take action that day. You don't need anything in writing.
Yeah.
No one has to put anything in writing. If you see the behavior, you hear the behavior firsthand, deal with it. Then you won't lose members because they're intimidated by some other member in the chapter or their bad behavior. And I often ask chapters when they're going down in numbers and we're no visitors, this is the question I ask. What's going on in your chapter that you're embarrassed to bring visitors?
Yeah.
And they will usually point out that it's the behavior of a particular member.
And they fight hard for, we call it fighting hard for the weakest link. They do fight hard and a bunch of excuses about why we haven't, because it's going to do this to the chapter. We don't want to upset them. It might get worse. But you have a good point. There's a whole ton of you.
Yeah.
And there's one of them.
Well, there's only one of them.
What are you doing?
There's only one of them, and why are you giving breaks to the one that's misbehaving? It's like our government's doing a lot of that too, right?
Yeah,
but the ones with the loudest voices, right?
We'll stay off of politics.
The people with the loudest voice tend to be the people that we pay attention to.
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And
yeah,
you gotta hold everyone equally accountable for their behavior. Recognize them for great behavior. Hold them accountable to bad behavior.
Yeah, because one of the things we can't do, so these are your chapter consultants support and on the regional support teams, is if you as a membership committee or chapter has failed to do something, we can't clean it up for you.
Can't clean it up.
You can't come to us and go, help clean it up for us. Even if we do have the conflict resolution committee, but even they can't clean it up if it's something that's been going on for a long time in your chapter.
And there's never been any action taken. We can't just suddenly come in and fix the problem.
Yeah. So it's better to take care of it right from the start. If you see it, especially if you're on a leadership team, it's your duty to do something about it, because your chapter is supposed to be a very safe place for all members.
And a positive place.
And a positive place for all members.
No one wants to be in an emotionally charged place at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning.
No. Yeah. I'm already emotionally charged in my head at 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't need more of it. But the good news is you have options and there's things you can do. So if you're
let us help you.
Yeah, let us help you. Reach out to your chapter consultants or your regional support team, and we can guide you. Yeah. Listen to the guidance. Take our advice. Yeah. All right. Till next time.
See you then.
Bye.